Here the sparks are flying as I use an angle grinder to cut this axe head into the rough shape that I want for this project. Although I've greatly sped up this video, you'll notice the numerous times I'm dumping water onto the axe head. I do this in order to keep the metal cool as I cut it to shape. I don't want to ruin the original heat treat of the axe head if I can avoid it and have to reheat treat it. Although this is a slow process, cutting away the excess steel is still much quicker than it would be to grind it all away. Once I've finished the rough shaping with the angle grinder, it's time to head to the 2x72 grinder, first with a larger contact wheel, and then moving to a small wheel attachment. Here I'm using a slack belt to round the back side of the axe head. I finished the axe head by hand sanding it to 320 grit. Now I'm going to briefly etch it in ferric chloride. This process helps the paint to adhere to the steel. Now let's work on getting my artwork ready to be transferred onto the axe head. My original drawings are always far larger than they have to be, and so they must be reduced on the copier in order to fit them onto the axe head. I usually draw the background to fit exactly onto the shape of the axe head. It's just the main part of the picture that I add later. Once I'm happy with the final artwork, I move it onto transfer paper with a soft lead pencil. It's important to get every detail traced onto the transfer paper because this is the graphite that will be used to transfer the artwork onto the white painted axe head. The completed transfer paper is now flipped over and attached to the axe head itself. Moving the image to the axe head involves once again tracing over every detail of the original artwork on the transfer paper so that the graphite is placed onto the white axe head. Once you remove the transfer paper, you often find that the lines did not transfer dark enough to survive the etching process. So you must for a third time trace over all of the lines once again with a soft lead pencil. I'm now ready to begin the etching process. The first step is to remove all of the resist from the background of the image. This is a long process that takes hours upon hours as you slowly scratch away all the paint from everything that sits behind all of the image. With all of the background removed, the axe head is now ready to enter the ferric chloride for the first etch. Oops, I forgot an important step. Before etching, I need to use nail polish to protect the sharp edges of the blade so that they don't get inadvertently etched. Here's a quick look at the work after the first etch in the ferric chloride. The head spent about an hour and a half in ferric chloride at this point. The next part of this video takes a quick look at the 9 subsequent etches that take place after that initial etch. The purpose here is to slowly work from the furthest images in the background out to the things that you want the furthest front. This will create a 3D look on your final work. etching process is done, all the paint has been removed. The axe head has been cleaned with acetone, and now it's finally time to see how my work turned out. Repetitive wet sanding with 1200 grit sandpaper begins to show the multiple layers that I've etched into the steel. Now that I've completed sanding the entire axe head, I'm going to apply a cold blue to darken the entire blade. Another round of wet sanding removes the bluing agent from all the high spots on the axe, leaving behind darkened shadows in all of the recesses that give the axe a beautiful 3D look. Now for a quick look at the completed work. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.